I am very known to Ugandans. 2022, I was the overall winner, best of the best farmer in Uganda.
This is someone who has been into poultry farming for over 20 years.
Because what we do in production of poultry, if you want to make it a job, you must make it revolving.
And with this experience, I'm sure he's going to help you and I.
So for me, I left here and I went to Netherlands to study poultry farm management and production planning.
Welcome, Jeka Poultry Farm, and today I'm with an enterprising person who has been doing poultry farming for over 20 years. That means all your worries, all your questions are going to be answered in a very comprehensive way. So, Mr. Basangwa, how did you first get started in poultry farming?
You know, poultry is the business that I've been in for a very long time, like you have said. It is the business that I've mastered. This business, first of all, needs serious people that are focused.
Before we go there, let's first understand what is poultry farming and what does it involve? Because someone will be like, poultry farming, what is it
poultry
exactly?
Means you're keeping birds, either braider or layers. There are other birds like maybe they call them what? The ducks and what, and then the
ornamental birds.
Yes. But for me, what I know is this: you either keep layers or breeders.
And why is it so important?
Because this business, it is any sector that grows very, very, very fast, and it grows big, and it has a lot of money to change people's life. I can assure you. Because when you look at this farm, don't you see that there is money here?
Wow, it's impressive.
We have 22 acres and many birds. So that means money and income to somebody's pocket.
There is a lot of gold being mined here. But first, hit that subscribe button and let him tell us about himself.
I did engineering. I worked as a...
Wait, you did engineering?
Yes. And I worked as a contractor for about 6 years.
In which company?
The company is to be called Jaco Constructors. I founded it with one of my OB, and I was the managing director at that time. While there, I was doing the work of looking for contracts everywhere, up and down. I was facing it rough when it comes to look for jobs. To win a contract, you should have paid some bribes. Then I started thinking of something else. My background is that I grew up in a farm. It was dairy for milk with my father. Then I started thinking like that. I said, okay, when we had our farm with my father, we never paid any bribe to take our milk to the market. So yes, so I said, can I go back to my father's roots, and then I start from there. So when I went to my father, he welcomed the idea, but he told me to work with him. That time I was married, and then I said, if I work with my father, then the issue of owning will be less. It will be now a family thing than mine. So, and I wanted to own with my wife. So we discussed it at length with my father, and I told him, no, I want to have my own. My father was like, okay, I'm too mean. But later he accepted. He gave me a small contribution of timber to go and start a small house. So I started this farm in a smaller plot, 50 by 100, in front of my residence in Kamuli town. And I built a storage house and I kept about 3,000 birds in the house. But I started with 500 birds. 500 in the beginning. Okay. So the farm started now growing slowly by slowly, and I resigned from the responsibility of running the other construction company in 2009. But I had started in 2007.
For a young person like me, where would you recommend starting in poultry farming?
Poultry is something that you can do in a small space.
Okay.
If you have a plot like maybe 150 by 100, you can do poultry. It can fit there. You can have it there and sleep there and earn the money from there. I told you that I started with a small plot, 50 by 100, but I was staying there. In front of my residence, I was staying in that in that very plot. But I was also making money from there. The youth can go into this business other than crying for jobs every day. For sure, for me, I've never been employed. I've been self-employed and I'll be for life. I've not looked for any job anywhere. I've been self-employed. So it's all about innovation, and then you can be a good person, you can be a developmental person, you can be useful in the nation, in the community, everywhere.
Interesting. So why the name Jeka?
The name Jeka is that when I told my friends that I am going to retire, there was a lot of discussion. For them, they said, you're too young to retire. And others said he's joking. And then we discussed a very long time about that thing. We started discussing about it in 2017, 2007, 2008, and in 2009, now the thing became now reality. So one of my hobby, when I told him that no, I am about to go, 1 month before I left, for him he said, this man is serious. This guy started joking, but now I think the man has really
made up his mind.
Yes, I made a mind, and I think he's going. For him, he said, okay, in pain, he said, okay, I've discussed with you a lot of things. I've convinced you to stay, but you have refused. So for me, there's nothing I can do is to let you go. So he said it in our language, that nkukobye bigambo byona byona byensobola ebinza okukonvinsinga okuloba okujja odemye kale jeka nga bwosazeewo. So I decided to name it after that word, such that I can keep remembering that discussion and the pain my friend was going through. Because I was leaving, I was one of the strong pillars in that company. Yes. Poultry is easy, so long as you give it time. You must have time for it, and you must remain focused.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's where we are, focus. So I have my focus. I am focused.
Like that camera you see?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to start poultry farming. How do I start poultry farming as a business?
First of all, think about what is the available resources that can make you achieve what you want. Some people think about big money. Some other people call me and they ask me, how much can I start with? No, I don't know. The answer is that I don't know. But think about yourself. What do you have in the pocket? And how can you start? So if you have a small plot, you think of starting with 500 birds, 200 birds, 100 birds, but think big. That's why I'm saying remain focused. Don't change your mind. Just focus on how big you want to be, but start small. Doesn't mean that you have to start like Basangwa Johnson, and then that's when you can be useful in the community. No, you start small and keep growing. Keep growing. Set yourself good targets that are achievable, depending on your level. Set yourself good targets that are achievable in a given time. So please try to work on that, those targets that you have set for yourself. Nobody will come and achieve it for you. It is you, and nobody will come and push you. It is yourself to push for your targets. Nobody will come and say, you said you want to do this, can you do it? No, it is you to push. So I advise people that if you want to go into poultry, first of all, look for skills. Look for people like Johnson Basangwa, talk to them, they give you how the thing moves, and then you start from there. You start weighing whether it is possible or not possible, but it is possible. Everything is possible. People think that keeping poultry is very difficult, but it's very easy. Very easy if you are focused and you have a target. You can do it. Okay.
So on the list, what else do I need?
After getting the available resources, I mean land, I mean some small money to start. I need yourself, but availability, but not forgetting time. Time is a big investment. I always tell people that if you're thinking about investment, people think about money only. The big investment is time. In every project you do, you must have time for it. If you don't have time for it, it will never grow. It will never give you results because you don't give it time. So you must be ready to invest in your time, in everything you do. Be a good investor of time. Then the others will come. You can have your parents are ready to help you, but you don't have time. Some youth are like good life. They like to go for disco, dancing. Take an example, if you're brooding the birds and you have to go for a disco. That means you have not invested in your time. You leave the bird. By the time you come back, the birds are dead. So that's why I always tell people, don't think about investment, it's only money. Time is a big investment in everything you do. You must be ready to invest your time, the money, and then to do well. To do well. Because if you don't do well on applying maybe the skills that you have achieved, then you don't achieve. But not forgetting patience. You must be patient. In everything we do, you must be patient. Because everything that you start must have the period of the timeline. Must have that period of struggling until you pick. If you look at a baby when it's born, I don't know how they do it, but they put the baby like this. Then they say the baby is sitting on the what?
The laps.
Yes, and then the baby starts growing, and then the baby starts standing, and then the baby starts moving. So all those things, even businesses are like that. So you must be patient to go through all those stages. Once you pick, remain focused.
Okay, interesting. So let's move ahead. I have everything you've asked me to possess.
Yes.
What types of birds should I be looking at?
Yeah, it depends on your vision. It depends on your vision. But for me, I do layer. The reason why I do layer, it's a long-term project.
Wait. We are talking about small money here.
Yes.
And you're telling me to do layers.
Layers, yes. Even
someone told me broilers are cheaper. How true is that?
No, but I was talking about myself. That for me, I did layers because I wanted something that can stay longer, that is bringing me income. The broilers can also do the same, but you need to program yourself. You need to plan a lot because after every 6 weeks, you have to be doing. It is like a revolving. You bring and sell, bring and sell, bring and sell, bring and sell. So you can go broiler if your dream is about broiler. My dream is about layers. Layers, I can bring them after 17 weeks or 18 weeks. They start dropping eggs. Then I'll have them for 90 weeks. So 90 weeks of a cycle of production minus maybe the 20 weeks of growing. That means the remaining time of 6-7 weeks I am producing. During that time, I plan for the replacement. Yes, I plan for the replacement because what we do in production of poultry, if you want to make it a job, you must make it revolving. That every year to year, day to day, you produce eggs. But if you produce and then tomorrow you are out of the business, then people will forget you, number one. Number two, the market will leave you behind. By the time you come back, the market is somewhere else. So you have to trace the market again. So if you join the market, God helps you enter the market. Don't leave it. Even in broilers, you have to keep moving. Every day you have to be producing such that you don't get out of market.
But layers give you that time space.
Yes, but also needs the production planning. So for me, I left here and I went to Netherlands to study only to do what they call poultry farm management and production planning, such that you can produce day to day, year to year, every day, such that the market cannot come and then say, I don't have eggs. Like right now, you're hearing the calls and what. People want eggs. So when you give them excuses that, right now I don't have eggs, and say that man is not serious. So that's the thing I'm saying, that the market will leave you, and by the time you come back, the market is moving somewhere else, and for you, you're moving somewhere else. So you need to plan. You have to make it your job, daily job.
Can I do poultry farming in a small space, like in urban?
You can do it in urban place, provided you fence out your place, and you don't allow in these intruders. Maybe local birds coming in. You do a biosecurity. I can conclude by saying biosecurity. So once they have good biosecurity, you can keep them there. Yes, Wow. Biosecurity is very important in poultry farms. People don't compromise. Poultry farmers don't compromise about biosecurity. Like I gave you this overcoat and the gumboots, not because I want, but because I want you to protect my birds from contamination. So that's the thing.
Okay. There's something we missed out. I thought you would hint on it about farm management. How have you managed to manage your farm effectively?
Yeah, well, one here on this farm we have departments.
Okay.
One, everybody must know his role or her role on the farm. We have people that are house attendants, they are attending the houses, but we have people that are producing feeds. We have people in the marketing, the people who are taking the products to the market. We have people that are looking on the health of the birds. Those are vets. They are here. We have about 3 of them. Their work is to see the health of the bird and to guide these other people. Okay. My work, I manage the general management to see that everything, there is feed on the farm. The eggs are taken to the market. Everybody is okay. They report to me all the things. But we have departments. Everybody must have his or her own role, because if you give them role what to do every morning, then the day you will not come, then they will not work. Okay. So everybody must know his or her work, that whenever I come to the farm, this is what I do every day. Okay. And those people must be there to work with you. Okay. So that's what we call a team. So you must have a team. Okay. Even if you have 200 birds, you must, if you're working there alone, maybe well and good, but you are also a team. Just know that everything is being done by you. Okay. But you are 2 people on a farm. Everybody must have a role. What are you playing? What is your role on the farm? You must know. Okay. Everything must be clear. Okay. That this is my role, and this is my role. Okay. And the other one also, this is what I do, and this.
On the inspirational note, Mr. Johnson, how has poultry farming transformed your life?
No, I can see poultry has changed my life. It has made number one, it has made me known to everybody. I am very known to Ugandans. Yeah. I've not told you, I've been best farmer. I was the best farmer in Eastern region in 2015. Wow. In 2022, I was the overall winner, best of the best farmer in Uganda. Wow. So, Cutters of Vision Group, Dutch Embassy, KRM Airline, DFCU Bank, and Cowdays. Wow. So those are the sponsors. So I was the best of the best. So that rank, I got it. So it has made me known to Ugandans. I've earned the money to take my children to good schools. I've earned the money to take care of myself. And
you look good.
Yeah, I look good. I've helped the community also to grow.
How?
The community, the road you saw coming to the farm, it's made by me. Oh. I made it. I first extended the power from the other side to this side, and I gave some of the people to this farm. We train them.
Amazing.
Yes, I am always having time to offer to all Busoga. I go to the radio and speak to them on every Thursday.
For free?
For free, I speak to them. Wow. And purely we train them on managing farms and making money. So I am very proud of that.
You should.
Yes. When I talk about poultry, I talk a lot, but I can say I am what I am because of this. Okay. Yes.
All right.
To employ the people, I'd forgotten about employing people. I employ 77 people in my farm. Wow. So I am happy for that.
A proud farmer here. So that is it. You've heard it from a millionaire farmer who has been, first of all,
in construction.
Yeah. Leaving the construction work, but you've not left it completely.
Yeah, I do it. I still use the knowledge here to build farms. Even people call me in Kampala to go and set their farms. Okay.
Okay. So thank you so much for joining us on this conversation. I hope it's been so insightful. And this gentleman is found in Kamuli district. And I hope you and I have picked one thing or two. Personally, what I've picked from this conversation is the fact that you must be focused, and there is nothing so easy expect challenges, and of course the benefits will come later. Stay patient, and that is it. Consult, keep learning and getting knowledge from the right people. I have my right person I'll be consulting from.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. If you find this video very interesting, please like it and share it with your other farmers. For more questions, leave them in the comment section below. We shall be answering to them. They have a YouTube channel. You can follow them on their YouTube channel and their TikTok account.
Jeka Poultry Farm.
Jeka Poultry Farm. You can look for them for more detailed information like this one. All right. Till the next time. Thank you.